Hi guys, my name's Steven, but you can call me Steve, just like everyone else does. And this is actually my first ever YouTube video. However, I have been planning on doing YouTube for about 4 years by now. I have so much first videos I have never released, and thank God for that, because you look back and you're like, never should ever hit the internet, so well done. But today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial because that's what I like doing, is makeup. It's something I'm pretty interested in. I actually own my own makeup brand. Some of the products I will be showing you today, and yeah, I'm just stuff when I spend the majority of all my money on. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing like a green, blue, almost like mermaid, maybe a bit of neon in there, look using the Bperfect Carnival XL palette, and they collab with Stacie Marie on this palette. This is the shades on the back. This palette is insane for the price. This is the XL one actually. I don't have the smaller one. I prefer to get the XL one, you know, there's extra shades, why would you not? And I'm also going to be using some of the neon pigments I have in collaboration with Aine on my brand. So if you hear anything in the back, that's my housemate, so I do apologise. But yeah, these are my neon pigments, being Aine's neon pigments. My brand, by the way, is called Ineffable Beauty Cosmetics. All of the details will be in the description box down below. You can go do that after the video, go buy some. By the way, Aine, I'm going to give you a little story about her. She is a makeup artist from Belfast, and it's also where I'm from, if you haven't told yet. And she is probably one of the best, if not the best, makeup artist within our surroundings. The girl is insane. She's a really good friend of mine. There's definitely no other artist out there who I would have decided to make these pigments with. They were destined for me and Aine. We have the same kind of work ethic, the same ideas. We both wanted the same. We both wanted the same formulas. We both wanted the same colors. Everything just went amazingly swell. And we both like the same logo, the same concept, the same idea, same packaging. So it was like a match made in heaven. So shout out to Aine. I will also leave her socials down below because you should definitely go follow her. She is insane. Her Instagram is like top notch. She also has a YouTube as well where she teaches you a lot of like the basics and how to do your makeup and stuff like that, and she's definitely taught me a lot. So thank you, Aine, and once again I will leave all her stuff in the description box down below. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I like doing is my brows, and I like using this Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, their brow MVP pencil. This is the black to brown pencil. These have only come out recently and I had to go get them, and it was honestly because of this, the little paddle brush on the back, for you to make sure you have such a good blend. Like, that is insane. That is such a good concept. So shout out to Rihanna because you slide it with that. I'm going to use this mirror in here. This is big. So this is what I'll be using. I can't find my star mirror. It's in here somewhere. I only recently moved in here, so it has to be about here somewhere. It was in storage, so I will find it. I have a feeling it's in like one of the bags on top of my wardrobe, but I will find it. So I basically I like taking the two caps off for like quicker use. So I just put it up a little tiny bit because I hear it breaking. I like using my brush first like so, and neatly brushing my brows through, and then just applying this. So I'm gonna do that and I will be right back. Okay, so now after brows, my favorite thing to do to like neaten these up is to take like a concealer, and my concealer of choice is the Fenty Beauty, the 130 shade, and I just like taking like a little neat flat brush and going under and just making sure everything's nice and patted out and smoothed. I will also prime my eyes with that concealer. I think that the Fenty concealer is such a good base for laying anything down, and it really sticks and blends well. So I will go do that and then come back and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so that's that done, and I just blended out the edges with this little Eva fluffy brush. This one is it is actually a concealer buffer, so you know that's what it's for. And I like this little tip. I like keeping my eyebrows as high as possible but elongating them, because when it comes to like doing your contour or your bronzer, and if you put it high, you can really snatch your face and create an illusion with it. So we're now going to move on to our eyes, because we have put down our base technically and carved out our brows. We also have our brows. So I'm going to go in with the Bperfect Stacie Marie Carnival XL palette, and I'm going to actually take this shade up here called Pillow Talk. This is the white matte in the palette, and everywhere where I have put concealer, I am just going to put that on top just to set it so it doesn't crease, and also so the shadows will, what you put on top of it, will blend like a nice gradient. So I will do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, this is like a nice blank canvas for us to put our shadows over. So I'm now going to actually start working in some colour and working from the top downwards. That's how I like to do it. Sometimes I do it backwards, but today I'm going to do it from the top downwards. I'm going to take this like a luminous green shade here on this little Jeffree Star brush. This is the colour called X Stacie. It kind of matches this, so that's why I wore this t-shirt, because I knew what I wanted to do. So I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to start blending it on top and in my crease. So I like doing one eye first, so we're all just going to work on one eye, and then I will stop and do my whole eye, and then that's it. So I will blend this into my crease and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have now put down the shade X Stacie in my crease, but I've also like puffed it out. As you can see, it's starting to like snatch my face. That is my goal. I like creating illusions on my face. 100% catfish, that is what we're going for. And the next shade I want to go into is this little blue one here, and it's called Showboat. It's almost like a neon blue but like a turquoise at the same time. So I'm going to take this little, I'm going to take like a little buffing brush like this. I'm going to buff it in. So yeah, and I will be right back and show you all what it looks like. So 2 seconds. Okay, so I've laid down the colour Showboat, which is a turquoise kind of colour, and I've basically just went back and forth with X Stacie and Showboat onto 2 different brushes until I've got a nice blend. So my goal at the moment is I am going to cut my crease with this Fenty concealer I used to carve out my brows, but the goal is I'm only going to take it like to here, so I like half cut the crease, if you get what I'm saying. So I will cut it and then I will show you what it looks like after. So I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I half cut my crease, and what I'm going to go in with now is this Rattlesnake pigment from Peaches and Cream. These are really good. It's like a loose eyeshadow sort of thing. I don't know, I really like the shade. I have a lot of their pigments. They're amazing. I have like 2 of the glosses as well. The glosses are so good. So I'm just going to take a flat brush, if I can find one here, and I'm actually going to apply this on camera because I don't want to take any more breaks and not show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it on cam. So what I like doing is I like just opening up the lid and getting like, this is like a Jeffree flat brush here. So I like taking my spray and giving the brush a little bit of moisture and dipping it in and getting some product on, and then adding a bit more moisture so it goes nice and sparkly. And then what I like doing is I just pack it on over where I have put down concealer, like so. And because it is wet, it will sparkle a lot more and it will stay like that, which is really good. It also helps it stick, which is also a bonus. And there we are, here we have it, like so. And that is basically it. It was so easy, quick to apply. However, sometimes you will get a little bit of fallout under here, so that is why I advise to do your eyes first. But yeah, the next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to smoke out the edge. This is one of my favorite parts to do because I think this is when your eye really kind of comes together and you know what it's going to look like. That is a bonus. So yeah, I'm just going to go back in with this. This is a different flat brush. This is a smaller one from Jeffree's eye set. And I'm going to go in with this shade in the Bperfect palette called Lights Out, which is the black. Perfect name. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to dip in like so. There's now fireworks outside to add to this experience. I can't see them however, which is sad. And I'm just going to take it from here, almost like this, and here. And I'm going to go like this and try to get a nice blend. So yeah, and just look at it like so. I'm going to push it up like so. But yeah. And what I like doing here is I like just making sure it's all nice and blended like so. So I actually like taking there's music now playing in my living room. The showboat colour. I'm just helping to blend it out. Getting this brush and just pack it a bit over it like so. Here we are. Look at that snake eye going on. To add to this, I am also going to add a nice liner, a nice coloured liner. And to do that, I'm going to take one of my pigments. So I'm between the green and the yellow, but I'm kind of thinking the yellow. I'm going to just take this lid off. These come with sifters, so I'm just going to sift a little bit in, like so. That's what I like doing. And I'm going to actually add some of this Morphe spray to it. Okay, so see the formula of these? It's a particular, it's like a weird kind of formula, not gonna lie. And I really like it because it basically just, the liquid turns the formula into like a paint consistency, and then it dries like it dries like normal. It is very strange, I'm not gonna lie. It is, but it's a formula I'm awfully proud of. So I'm just going to do like a nice little wing. I'm going to do it off cam and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so after a little bit of layering over the black at the end, I finally got the yellow all this time on over it. Sometimes black is really hard color to get like stuff over. So I just liked I made like a paint consistency and let it go wet and then set it with some of the dry stuff as well. So I put a little bit of like spray on a brush and tapped it over and set it. So that is it. So I am now going to do the other eye off camera. This is what I've gone for. I don't know, it's like it's a weird kind of mystical vibe, neon, so I like it. I'm going to now do the other side off camera and I will be right back to show you what it looks like. So yeah, and then we'll start the base, so be right back. Okay, so after that, I have just took a wet wipe to my face to wash up any fallout or to clean everything up. So I do have a bit of the yellow pigment in my eyelashes. So I am going to apply some mascara now. My favourite mascara is Benefit Roller Lash, and it has been for like the past 4 years. So I'm going to put that on, and I at the moment have tried to start wearing false lashes for a bit because I want my eyelashes to grow back out. I used to have really long eyelashes, and when I started wearing lashes I pulled them all out, which is so sad. So I am trying to, like, you know, grow them back out again for a bit. I actually did really have like really long lashes. I still kind of do, but they were longer and thicker, and I do want that back. Yeah. Plus, also, I kind of think I'm allergic to eyelash glue because eyelash glue actually makes me cry or else my nose run. So, I don't want that for a bit at least. Um, if I can do it with just roller lash, that's fine. So, I'd rather just do that. Yeah. I don't really like putting mascara on my bottom lashes either. Sometimes I get the odd bit on it though, and I can't help that. So, if that happens, I'll just kind of like buff it across, like so. Almost like that, just to kind of get a little bit of mascara on them. I think they're too long, like for bottoms. But yeah, they look like spider legs. But that is my eyes complete. I am now going to move on to my base. So for my base, I already have my face nice and moisturized. Make sure, because if your face is not moisturized, your makeup is never ever gonna sit in your face. So my favorite primer is the Fenty Beauty, and this is the Pro Filter, the Instant Retouch Soft Matte one. They came out with 2 more recently, which is quite nice. This is just the first one. It works for me, so I like it. So I just really do my T-zone with it. I don't do my whole face. Your T-zone is the only really bits where your makeup is gonna go oily on. Everywhere else, you don't want to have too much makeup on your face. So I'm going to put on some foundation. My favorite foundation at the moment is the Maybelline Fit Me. Is this, oh, the poreless one. This is the matte one also. And I just like using a little foundation brush. I don't use sponges, I used to, but I think it wastes so much product and you need to do it right. I think that the brush leaves it more nice if you do it. So I don't swipe my brush, I actually pat almost like a sponge. But I think the brush gives it like a better look. As you can see, I like going a bit darker in my foundation. I like giving a bit more colour to my face because I'm pretty pale. So I just like adding a bit of colour. And you can see the difference, but it will look nice once I have it all laid down. I do go for a lot of foundation, if I'm honest. I like having like an actual mask of it on my face because I am a man, so I like covering like all my beard and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to finish my face with foundation and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my foundation done and I usually do my concealer next, but I am going to take 5 minutes because there was some questions which you guys had asked and I have written them down on a little piece of paper here. So there was questions from the other day and there was questions from earlier, so I will answer a handful of them. So the first question I have is, what inspired you to create makeup? So what inspired me to create makeup was, I can remember when I was like younger, and I think I was like maybe 14, 15, and the first thing I ever started wearing was eyeliner, and I can remember just wanting to be edgy or some shit, like, and I just done it, and I don't know, it kind of interested me. And then as I grew older and hormones hit me, I, got bad skin. And I was like, oh my god, what can I do to like cover my bad skin? So I resorted in foundation. And when I say foundation, I mean tang. Like, this stuff was actually orange, like proper orange. And I decided to like wear it. And it was so not my colour. So I think it was like from Thailand as well. So with like glued up. But I can remember like once I got into it that I wanted to do like more and more, and as I looked around, other good stuff would be like so expensive or wouldn't have a lot of pigment or wouldn't be inclusive, or the majority of makeup was just like campaign towards females and not males. So as I was growing up and I was like really getting into makeup, I was like, I want to own my own makeup brand, and I want my makeup brand to be inclusive for everyone. I want my makeup brand to be affordable. I want my makeup brand to be like really good and have a high performance, be cruelty free, vegan, and so anyone on this planet can use my makeup and can access it at an affordable price and get their money's worth and create these amazing looks and do whatever they want. So that's definitely what inspired me to create makeup. But yeah. The second question, which is not makeup related whatsoever, is what how is your love life? I don't have one. Next. The third one is how are you liking university? University is actually really, really good. Last year didn't enjoy it. It was just a really bad year for me. So I really wanted to take this year to be able to do what I wanted to do and enjoy myself, and I've definitely been doing that so far. And I've made a lot of friends so far, and I've definitely been keeping on track with all my work and all my classes, and I like where I live a lot more better and things like that. So uni's pretty good. The fourth one is what's next to come for Ineffable Beauty. So the next thing to come for Ineffable Beauty will be highlighters, I believe. So, but we're just taking it how it goes at the moment. I have concepts in my head and I switch and change every single day. I think that's just like how life is. Like when you're creative and you have a vision, sometimes a more creative vision pops into your head and you're like, keep that other one for another time and let's do it with this one. So I'm definitely that type of person, and so I like to take a while to sit back and think. But highlighters have been on my mind for a while. I did have highlighters before, but they were a loose formula and I definitely want a pressed formula. So I have been working on a pressed formula for a good while at the moment, and it all seems to be going good. They seem to be pretty blinded, and I have my packaging picked out, I have everything, I have a name, so I will enjoy that. I'm not going to say my name though because I do not want anyone to steal it because it is such a good name. So yeah, and that's it. Other questions are just kind of like not really what you need to know, so I'm gonna move on. The next thing I like to do, like I stated before, I'm just going to put the lid on this pigment in case it spills, because honestly they're like £6 and I CVA ban a new one. I'm just going to go in with some concealer, and once again I use the Fenty concealer, but I also sometimes like using, if I can find it, it's in here somewhere. Here it is here. I like also using this Jeffree. Did you see all my makeup? I have loads. Did you see, right, what am I saying? I like using the Jeffree Star. This is the Magic Star concealer, but this one's really light for me, so I like taking a tiny bit of it and putting a tiny bit in, and it really, really like brightens it up and gives me like a nice cheek. So I'm gonna show you guys how to like change your face and have a nice illusion with makeup and contour. Okay, so basically what I like doing first is just dabbing it like this, and always keep the last bit on top of your cheekbone, not under it, because once you bring it under, you've dropped your cheek. So like so again on the other side. So I just like doing it like that. It's not really even, but you know, you can make it even. And I put a little bit on the sides of my nose, pinch it, a little bit in the middle, a little bit up here. So we have this going on so far. So if you can see that, that's what I like doing. And then I am lucky enough to have my cheeks done, so I like know where my cheek is, so I said that twice, but I like drawn under it with concealer, like help bring it up, and then put another little bit in here, and doing the same on the other side, and doing it here. It doesn't have to be even, but it's just as long as you know what you're doing with it is the greatest. And I also have a mustache because, you know, once I said before, I am a man. So I like putting a little bit over my mustache here, and just a little bit on my chin sometimes if I'm feeling it. I used to put some on my forehead, but I don't anymore because I feel like sometimes it makes your head a bit tacky, and I don't really like that. And my hair covers my forehead anyway, so I don't really need that. I'm gonna go in with this Jeffree one as well. So this is really, really bright, so I'm literally just gonna take a couple of dots of it, like so. That's all I needed was a little tiny bit, and it'll help mix it and make it go brighter if I can find the bottle of this. It's like definitely in front of me and I can't see it. It was like I stayed right in front of me. So I have a lot going on. So what I like doing is I like taking a little like concealer buffing brush, like this little one I like, this little Jeffree Star one, and just patting it like so, and just, as you can see, it's starting to brighten here, and I like just buffing it in like so again. As you can see, it's really like now giving me like a lifted cheek, and just buffing in the one at the side of the nose also. Once I add a bit of powder of this as well, it will darken it so it won't be like that bright, but it is good to have a good bit of leverage. When I say leverage, I mean it is good to have like it white, because then as you can see, like my face has been like snatched upwards like that. That's what you do with makeup. That's why I really enjoy makeup. You can really like transform your face with it. You can give people that really like sickening illusion that you've had stuff done to your face, etc. when you really, well in my case I have, but sometimes you haven't. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I can remember when people used to ask me like, oh my god, what if like, have you got your cheeks done before? And it's like, no, you just use your concealer. So I'm just gonna pat the rest of this off camera, and I will be back to show you what else I do. Okay guys, so I've just done that, and as you can see, nice and snatched. Everything's nice, looking nice. So I like taking a little powder brush. I'll go in with this Fenty. This is their Invisible Universal powder, so you can use it on anyone. And I literally just use it to set powder and no concealer on my face. So I do. And it works amazing. You can put it, I like put it actually all over my face, like, if I'm honest, because anywhere where your face gets greasy, it will take away that. It's like a blotting powder almost, so it will help to like stop greasiness on your face, and also help to set your makeup, which I think is pretty neat. So yeah, I just take a little bit on my forehead as well, and that is us ready to go. So the next thing I like to do is my bronzer. I contour with my bronzer. I'm a strange person. I don't really like deep colours. So I actually have two, which I usually go between, it just depends. I have, these are the Fenty, the Sunstalker bronzer. Yeah. Fun fact, I was at one of the Harvey Nickel events when these launched, and they were so amazing. Like I bought 4 of them, so insane. So basically I have, this is Island Ting and this is Private Island. So I like Private Island because it's softer, so I like going in with the softer one first. This is the pretty cool brush what they brought out with it. This is like her shark tooth brush. This is a bronzer brush, and basically you can like carve out your cheekbone with it. It's pretty like sick. So I just come back in with my Carnival palette, and I'm going to show you what I do. So I just stab under my cheekbone and then bring it up like so, and then I'm going to do the same for the other side. Like, I'm sorry, but could you see? Like, that is sick. So I'm going to do the same for the other side, if I can, you know, get it. So yeah, I'm gonna just put some more on my face and blend it out, and I will be right back. So I basically just bronzed all my favorite places, which is my forehead, my cheeks, my jaw, and my neck, and behind my ear. So I also done my nose. So I'm not finished my nose. I'm gonna show you this little technique. So what I do is, by the way, Abby Knocker taught me this technique, so once again, shout out to her. basically what I do is I just put on the bronzer, the contour where I want it, and I take like a setting powder. So this is the Jeffree Star, the Magic Star in the shade Rose, and this smells like candy floss. It is so good. And I'll literally just take like a little brush. So if we take that concealer blending brush, which we took earlier, and just dab a bit of it on. This is a bit much, so just take that off. And if we go here, I'll just pack a bit of the powder over it like so on the sides. We can create like an illusion as well as help blend out those harsh lines which are melted at times. So yeah, that is what we're going for here. So as that sits for a bit, I'm going to do my under eyes. So we're going to go back into the palette, and I'm not going to do anything spectacular if I'm honest. I am just taking like a little bullet brush like this and just going in with that green again, which we used at the start, which is X Stacie. So I'm just going to use that and just go under my eyes like so. Just give it like a nice little blend. See, just literally to add a little bit of colour under the eyes. I usually don't like a lot of colour under my eyes, but it is nice to have it sometimes just to complete your eye. You don't have to have it, but I think it looks nicer. So yeah, I just literally put on a little tiny bit and just help blend it out. So yeah, this bake which we have going on my nose should be okay to wipe off now. So I'm going to wipe it off with this Fenty powder brush, and just like that. And that is my housemates once again. And as you can see, my nose has now been contoured without any like harsh lines, which is fabulous. And now we're going to move on to blush. So this is a new product I actually recently discovered for Fenty. They've always done matchsticks, but they've never like jumped out at me, except for this one. This is this new matchstick called Beach Bum, and I love it for like a glassy kind of glowy blush. It reminds me of like summer a lot, but you can wear it like any time for the year, and it really helps me like look really pretty glowy. So what I do is I'll take this stick, I'll not apply it on my face, I'll wipe my makeup off. So what I'll do is I'll rub a bit and get it warmed up on the back of my hand like so. And once we've got a nice colour like this, I will go in with this. This is like a cream cheek brush from Zoeva, and I'll just pick it up on the brush like so, and I'll just literally dab it where I want the blush to be. See, it's like literally so nice. And I actually like a bit of blush over my nose as well, I ain't gonna lie. Blush is like one of those things I never used to have in my kit, and now I literally can't do makeup without it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more on, just, you know, so it's easy for the brush to pick it up. And once I've got that, I'm just gonna do this side as well, like so. And it really just adds like a nice little dimension to your face, I think, and makes you look a lot more, adds more colour, a lot more glow to your face, more life, rather than it just being all like colours. It helps give off a little more natural look, which I like. So now we're going to move on to highlighter, and the highlighter I have picked today is a highlighter which I bought last year, right, when Jeffree actually launched these. These are the Supreme Frost, and this is the shade Money Honey, which is the green gold colour, and I've literally worn this a few times. I've used it for like Halloween and stuff, but I've never proper like, I haven't used it in such a long time. So I'm just going to take this little highlighting brush from Jeffree, and I'm going to take it like this. Like, it is so cool, this colour. So what I'm going to do is I'll just take a little bit, and I'm just going to, let me see what the best way to do this is. Just go like this, And as you can see, like, look at that glow. How sick is that? Ho ho ho. Sorry for blinding you, but isn't that sick? And I literally just like keeping it up here, so once you look forward, it looks good, and once you to the side, you can get the glow. So that's what I like. So I'm gonna do the other side as well, like so. The other side, it's a bit harder to get the glow because my ring light is like that, so I try to, you know, get it all on there, but yes. And once I have that light down, I like taking, let me see, we could just do it with this, I'm pretty sure, or no, Steve, you cannot. We're going to use that little bullet brush what we used earlier for the under eye, yes, and we're going to just clean it obviously, and I'm just going to take a little bit and tap it off because bullet brushes pick up a lot. So I'm going to do like a little line in the center of my nose, like so. So I do like a little line, and then I'm going to take a little bit and just add it to the tip of my nose and like pat it in. So we have like a nice little snatch nose. Once again, this is like what I enjoy about makeup. It's just all about the illusions. So that's what I like. And I like taking like a little bit and just patting it under your brow. I love how this is green and it really just ties in with the whole aesthetic, and just a wee bit in the inner corner as well, you know. I'm going a wee bit overboard with it, but you know, it's a nice colour, so why not? Like, I love just being able to glow from like ages away. So once we have that on, I like taking a bit of setting spray and then everything just like set in. So this is the Morphe X Jeffree Star. This is a strawberry one. It's actually like smells like strawberries. It's amazing. So I'm just going to give it a spray all over my face. And this will have all the powders like lock into each other. So I'm gonna go fetch my lip and I will be right back. Okay, so I've basically just wiped any makeup off and then took a like Jeffree lip scrub to my lip. This one is the Blue Raspberry Sucker and it is so good. I also have the Watermelon Gum one. It's so good. It tastes like blue slush puppy, so if you like blue slush puppy, I would definitely get the Blue Sucker one. They're always usually sold out as well, so your best bet's like Beauty Bay if you're in the UK, they should have them. Jeffree's website is always flat out sold out with them. So my lip combo today is going to be this NYX. This is the just a lip liner in, I don't know, this is Sugar Glass. That's actually a really fancy name. So I'm going to line my lips with this first, and it's just really nice just to help define your lips, because I'm going to be using a liquid lip, so I prefer having a lip liner with a liquid lip because sometimes I go overboard with a liquid lip and it doesn't look right by the end of it. So I have overlined my lips a tiny bit, and I like also like going in on the lip a good bit, like so. And now the liquid lip I've chose is Christmas Cookie by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It's also really good. You should get it if you like it. If you like this colour, definitely go buy it. It's a nice little nude colour. Yeah. This is why I like the lip liner, because the lip liner, like, I don't have to go too far out, if you get what I'm saying. The lip liner is like the border, and when you bring it in, it just blends, and it's like a nice ombre fade colour, which is like, I like, so, yeah. I picked a little bit too much there. But yeah, I love this colour. I like nudes. I don't really wear any other colour but like browns or nudes. So yeah, definitely the majority of all my lip drawer is filled with these colours. But yeah, I have that colour, down, and I'm just gonna let it dry for a couple of seconds. And then the gloss I have chose to use today is the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which is Fenty Glow, which is, I'm pretty sure that's their first ever gloss bomb they brought out, and then they brought out another two. I have those as well. The clear one, I need to actually rebuy the clear one. I have used it up, or I was given one to someone as well. I do shit like this when I'm drunk. Like, if I have it out and I'll be like, what's near done, you can have the rest. But anyways, this is the gloss on top of it. This is more of just like a little natural gloss. This, any skin tone can wear this, which is something what I think is so important as a brand. You should definitely like have a shade for everyone, and this is that shade. So highly enjoyed that. But I'm pretty sure that is me all done. What I like doing is just taking like one more douse of setting spray just over my face like so. And yeah, that is me. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave it a like, leave it a comment, give it a share, and of course subscribe. All my socials will be down below. My Instagram is stay_shade_slay, and my Snapchat is steam57, so it's STAAMM57. And yeah, remember to give Ineffable a follow on Instagram, I like on Facebook, and remember to also go check out Aine because she's pretty sick as well. And that is all, so thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.